let's talk about similarities between fantasy and fantasy universe part 8. Now, whenever small fantasy don't have any fantasy universe's scale of its universe. Scale of fantasy would be like on a scale of like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Narnia, Warcraft, Neverending Story, and of course Star Wars. Even though it's science fantasy, but I'll get to that when I get to that. So yeah. And so yeah, I mean. Yeah, I'll get to that when I get to that. So yeah. I know a thing with fantasy is it has to be like super large scale. I mean, there's a world of fire that has like so much on it. You have the other planets in the five system, such as a planet called Gore, such as a planet called Yor. It's basically a lush. It's a cityscape planet. It also has magic abroad on it. There's also another planet called Talos, called Talaxius. It's a very technologically advanced world filled with robots. A planet called Cyron. It's basically a planet called Cyron. It's a planet of Cyron. It's run entirely by robotics, civilized society. Actually, a planet called Cyron. It's a planet run entirely by cybernetic robotic society, robotic civilization. Then there would be a planet. There would also be a world called, like, how in Warcraft there's other planets in the Great Beyond. In the Great Beyond, which is basically outer space in Warcraft lingo, is the equivalent for that. Now with fantasy, another thing, there's basically its universe would be like super vast. Its universe would be extremely, incredibly vast universe. So yeah. Another similar fantasy I don't remember any other fantasy universes sense of scale of its universe. Its universe would be huge. Like, besides Phi, you have all these different other worlds and like locations on Phi. You have like the forest kind of lands of where the Tritica lived, and you have the underwater realms of Phi where the mermen live. Then you have the stone lands where the stone giants live. You get then you get the frozen mountains of fire where the icemen live. Basically, icemen would be people who would basically be beings that live and have adapted to the cold. The icemen, they basically kind of look like giant abominable snowmen, basically, but they're called the icemen. And they have thick blue fur, which is due to adaptation to adapt to the snow. So yeah.